This is the Gift of Gab podcast. I'm your host, Gabrielle, connecting you to the highest and flyest in the Mile High City. Follow me on all major platforms at the Gift of Gab 555. This episode is sponsored by the Ever Collection by K. Michael. Visit evercollection.nyc to get a pair of the flyest eyewear in the game. Tag me on social media in your eyewear for a shout out on the podcast. We hope that you enjoy the show. Hello and welcome to the Gift of Gab podcast. I'm enjoying this beautiful morning. My soul sisters, Miss Cassandra.
Hey.
Thank you so much for coming. How are you?
Girl, I'm great. Thanks for having me again. Last time, it was just like not the day, I guess. I felt confined with all my workout clothes on. I couldn't breathe.
Yes.
Let alone talk.
Yes. I'm glad you came back for round number. Actually, this is third time kind of.
Yeah, this is 3.
And you know what they say about the third time.
It's the charm.
So, well, for my longtime listeners, you may remember Cassandra from last season's episode, Damn, I Love Them Strippers. She has since then thrown the Bachelorette/Bachelor Party of the Year and married her best friend. Catch us up, girl. What have you been up to?
Nothing, just doing mom shit stuff. I've been like, all my kids are in sports. I got 2 babies, a 1-year-old and 2-year-old. I got my husband. We're always trying to run around and always trying to make time and hang out. Trying to stop eating out as much as I am because it's trash anyways.
But it's like so much. I mean, as expensive as groceries are, and as much time as it takes, like,
it takes a long time to cook. That's the problem. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody's always like,
and I want it to be like a whole, like how we used to cook. We're like, we got the music on, everybody's chilling, but it's never like that anymore. No. Like, kids are just like, we're doing our own thing. Like,
we're screaming and doing stuff they're not supposed to. Kicking balls in the house. Yeah, so I have to know, what is it like being a mom of 5 kids? Dude, it's insane.
Because when I met you, you had 0.
I had 0 kids.
You were like hanging out with Christian in the room, like, look at us. Ooh,
I'm like, it was
I love kids.
So much fun to have all my friends have their kids and watch them grow up and be a part of that. And then I don't know what got itched, and I just wanted to grow a farm of kids. That's it. Feels like it's crazy. It's great because I mean, at least they're like all spread out, like 15 to 1. And Zorian's a really good teenager. He's really easy to work with compared to like me as a teenager. Everybody else I know as a teenager. But it's still like hard.
But your girls, what do you think they're gonna be like as teenagers?
Dude, they're gonna be the worst. Like Zelly's daily, she listens. Like she is the one that, I mean, she might get her stuff taken away sometimes, but it's not that often. She is like will put in work.
Because she wants to be good and like she wants to make you guys happy.
She does, and she is like
But these younger kids, they don't care about that stuff.
No, they don't care at all. She doesn't care. He's always yelling at me. Ezekiel's always yelling at me. Moni, she definitely doesn't care. She's gonna be the worst. Bobby doesn't think so, but she is, because she'll look at me straight in my eye and still do something.
Well, that's because that's his little girl, but you already know that.
She's.
You're like, man, me, if I had been a spoiled little child too, like.
Right? No, she's the mess.
If I had my mom like giving me a big head from the day I was born.
She definitely abuses the system. If I say no, she's like, Dad, hey, Dad.
Abuses the system.
Or goes to jail. I'm like, girl, I'm right here. Guess who's gonna...
They act like you don't know what's going on. Like, I remember when the kids used to be younger and I would find out like what they got into or what they were doing, and they would look at me with such like disbelief. They'd be like, how did you like find out? And I'm like, well, there's a whole trail of like stuff. Like,
you know that thing I told you not to touch? You're holding
and look where it leads to. And look at your face. But it's definitely, I don't know, how do you keep your patience? Because I mean, I see you get a little bit more turned up, but I mean,
Dude, I really
Your-
do. I get.
your
I try. I've been
counterpart never
trying.
gets mad at the kids.
It takes him a long time, and
I'm
then
like, what is going on?
if I'm about to blow up, I just call him to deal with them. Even if I have already one on the come, help me handle this kid.
That's
or these,
something
all of them.
I've really
I'm
been
about
working
to go
on.
crazy.
That's something I've really been working on is just like, because I never used to be like that when Christian was younger either. I never used to be this like all the time like upset. Like he would make messes and I'd be like, let's clean it up. Like, but you're helping me. You know what I'm saying? Always trying to like teach a lesson and like this. But I went through a phase of just like, ugh, like, especially when they would argue with me about games. I'm like, that's one thing that you,
I can't stand the
can't
games.
even.
No, I will take that thing away. You'll never have
They're
another
like, do you want to
video
see what I did? I'm like, no, I don't. Sorry. I know you thought I was cool, but I'm not.
Seriously.
So how do you find time for yourself?
Well, Bobby blessed me with my nanny during the week. So I get
Well, that's what
time.
you were saying when you were in the last episode. I'm pretty sure you were talking about how that was the only way that you were gonna
'cause
make it. It was
he saw
if
me
you got a
going
nanny.
crazy, and then that's so much help, because otherwise I would just never nonstop, like I never have no time. I'd always be cleaning, cooking, everything. Like I wouldn't even take a shower probably, honestly. And I look cute today, but I wouldn't have looked cute at all, and I wouldn't have been able to come because I would have babies.
Yeah. I mean, I can only imagine. Like, both of my parents at this point in their lives have had 5 children.
Yeah.
And I have always just thought that that sounds like the craziest thing because I feel like I had 5 children too,
Yeah.
you know? And like, I feel like I've been raising children my whole life. And I'm like, it's just so many personalities, and like you just expect it. Like every time I see you guys, I'm expecting it. Sometimes it's crazy, don't get me wrong, like,
No, for sure.
it's not like perfect, but I'm always expecting it to be like crazier than it is, and everybody just kind of like links up and clicks up. Like we were crazy, but we all had like, we didn't have a home with all of us, so we
Yeah.
were all separated. And when you have that many kids in separate homes, like we all just like would get together and just like do bad shit because like we like
Yeah.
look what I learned this week. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, seriously, and it's like I was way different back in our time. Our parents were way more like lenient and stuff. I'm not, because like shit, I don't want you to go outside by yourself. You might get stolen.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I'm overly,
And I don't want you
overreacting.
I don't want you to, even if you aren't, it's not that dramatic and you don't get stolen. I don't want those weird people that like you think are your friends or you
Yeah.
think are cool to like
influence
you. Like, as much as I hate the TV and the games and the phones, as much as I hate it, I would so much rather my kid be doing that than
Yeah.
all the stuff that I was doing before I ever had a phone. And then like after I had a phone, like if you would take that thing away, like it didn't stop. Like I had already not had a phone before.
Yeah.
So like I was like taking ride home from strangers and just like different things that I'm like, no, just stay home.
Yeah.
Just play those video games. Just go ahead. Like I don't want you out there, you know, because it's like people are like up to no good. Like they
No,
think
all
it's
the
cute
time.
and funny when little kids are doing bad things. And
Yeah.
I'm like, let's make a TikTok. I'm like, what? Like, what? I mean, that was cute, but what the fuck is going on? You know what
Seriously.
I'm saying? Beep. Too bad I don't have a little thing like
Yeah. You need a buzzer.
they have it in the programming on this app. That's why I like the app so much.
We
Like
got a dog button thing, and we have to still program it for my dog so he can talk with his paws and buttons.
oh wow, that's gonna be really cool.
I
Even
saw
though your
him-
guys' dog is like,
Yeah.
I mean he raped my dog, so I can't like I can't be friends with him anymore. And he doesn't even care that.
Roscoe was
It was so funny because like Ziggy was not coming back inside. He was like,
Yeah.
"No, I'm not." And that was the last time I brought him over to your
Yeah.
house. Like he was like,
Yeah, he
nope.
just sat in the car.
He was like, "Nope, I'm
the
not
rest of
going
the
back in there."
night. I thought it was funny.
I was like, "Wow!" Like no wonder they turn those dogs into cop dogs. Like
Yeah.
no wonder that your dog is a beast.
Dude,
Like
he's huge.
there's nothing you can do when he wants to do something. Like you guys can because like dogs hail to their owners, but like people that they don't know, they're just like, psh, psh, I'm bigger than you. Like, watch
Yeah.
out. it's so crazy to watch the kids with him too, because like
The kids they act like they love him so much, and then they barely pay attention to him. Unless I'm talking about getting rid of him because he pissed me
but
off or
that's
something.
that's just how life is. I feel like you just take things for granted. Like now that I lost, like I raised Christian with Ziggy, and like now that I lost Ziggy, I'm like, oh my gosh, like why was I ever even mad at you, like for anything? Like, and you remember the things that he's done. Like Ziggy chewed up a whole entire Christmas tree, like underneath of it, all the presents, like
so cool, though.
all of it. Like he'd be, remember when I used to get home from work at like 4:00 in the morning, and he would be like gone.
Oh yeah, because he like shit or something.
And I'd be like outside crying. Where are you? And then
He would
he'd
take
come
off over
back
that little
like
fence.
all dirty, just like happy as could be. Like, where's my food?
Roaming through the mountains.
Yeah. Coyote Ridge, remember? That's what
Yeah.
it was called.
I loved it over there at your old house. That was my favorite.
I miss it so much. The way the sunsets were, and like, I don't know. Sometimes I wonder if it's because we were tripping so much, or if it was just really a beautiful time.
No, it was both.
Because I'm like,
just
gosh,
enhanced
like
it.
I like made that drive out to the den, and I like drove all the way out there, and it just wasn't like, there's nothing magical about it. Like,
Oh, not anymore.
there's nothing like, I'm like, that must have been the shrimps.
And we're just
It
like,
was
we're gonna
just
go
so
make a lot of
pretty.
money.
We would just be
We're on
sitting
the
outside,
way.
like on the roof of the car, smoking instead.
Yeah.
Wow, the growth. So what are your must-haves in your like self-care and maintenance now that you have this nanny?
Dude, well, I mean, it's always been like self-care maintenance, the same things even before my nanny. That's a thing. Like, and now I feel like it would be easier to find time to go get those things done, but it's really not easier because I have so much going on with all these damn kids. Like, you know what I mean? If it's somebody doesn't need a doctor's appointment, then somebody has a game, or like this and that, or whatever it is. You know what I mean? But I always like make sure I try to make sure that I get my nails done, my toes done. Even though I haven't got my toes done in a while, I need to do that, but I haven't had the time. And then,
Because you have to go to different places for everything.
dude,
right?
everything is different and everything takes so much time. Like, I just got my hair
Gives me a
done
headache.
yesterday by my girl Tessa, and she's fire, trim and popper. But that took, I got there at like 9. By the time I got, it was supposed to be 9, but then I stopped to get us food and stuff, and then I got there at 9:30. I didn't leave until like 2 o'clock. You know what I mean? And when I get my nails done, usually that's like 3 hours. If I'm doing like something more basic, if I'm getting something done like with crazy designs, because my girl, Dreamy Faith Nails, she is fire.
What is it?
Dreamy Faith Nails.
Dreamy
and Colorado
Faith
Nails.
Nails.
If you look it up on Instagram, it's Dreamy Faith Nails, and she can. If you bring her a design, she can do anything. But that's 4 or 5
I've been
hours.
looking at nail designs thinking they're so cute, but they're on the long nails, and like I can't, even like when I had nails, I can't rock those. So I'm like, oh, I just want to send these. Maybe Cassandra will do it. Like, maybe
Dude.
let's send these to someone else because they're really cute, but I just don't.
Yeah.
I don't know, ever since COVID, I really just don't even like the little gelish anymore, because I just don't want to have to go in and have somebody do it to me. It's enough to have to get pedicures for me, like, because I can't do it myself. I just can't do what they do. I've tried it, and like, I can soak it, I can make them look like decent, you know, but I just can't.
It's not the same.
I can't do it. But my nails, I just don't care. I would rather have my nails like this because I don't have to worry about them. They don't, whatever. But like, they're so cute.
Yeah.
They're so cute, and not a lot of people can do the like designs.
Exactly. She
Like,
does everything.
you go to most
She'll try.
salons, like
I went to like 3 different salons trying to get this one design that I got with bandana print, and everybody told me no, they wouldn't even try. And I hit her up with it because she finally got back from her like family vacation or whatever, and she was like, I don't know how to do that, but I'll try. I was like, girl, I believe in you. And she like did research on the design, and then she killed it. I love her.
That's why I like bringing people on here that have like small cool businesses, because I'm like, a lot of people just don't even know, because you can be telling and promoting yourself all over the place.
That's
but
true.
There's so many people in this world, and there's so many like huge corporations that have huge funding to like guerrilla warfare you with like, use this, and like in the last couple years I have found like people that make lotion, lip gloss. Like this lip gloss that I got from this girl that I had on the podcast a couple weeks
Yeah.
ago. LBT
see
Self Care. It is so like glossy and nice, and it's made out of all natural things. You
That's
know how
great.
I love
Yeah,
that.
no, for sure.
And like it's just people, but it's hard to get your name out there if you don't.
Yeah.
And they always work way harder. Like
They do for sure.
They
Cause like
do.
my other one too, my lashes. Sam, it was Ladylike Lashes by Sam. I think I have to look.
I
at her
feel like
Instagram
she's
handle.
more of a.
She
I feel like
works
she's more of a
full-time.
everybody knows
Dude,
her.
yeah, everybody
This-
knows Sam. Like she
Everybody
like works a
knows
full
her.
time job and she still makes time to do her lashes like full time pretty much too. I'm like, that girl's always fucking working, but
Yeah.
she's killing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And my lips, I do my lips, my Botox and stuff like that. I go to Ariana at Cherry Medical because she's the best.
Nice. Well, damn, you gave
And
all
then
the details.
I'll hit up Gina too for my Botox. Homegirl Gina, she has her own spot in Colorado Springs. I have to look up. I don't remember the name of it though.
It's been so long since I've seen some of those girls. Like at this point, I can't even believe how long it's been. It's going on almost 10 years.
Yeah.
Some of them.
Oh yeah.
Because I'm about to be 33.
I know that's
Oh
crazy.
my gosh. I know. So, how do you and hubby maintain your dating love life outside of the kids?
Dude, we just like I always just try to find stuff because he's always so busy all the time. He can't do nothing, so I like always find stuff for us to do. Like me, I like try to fit in as many concerts as I can. That's my favorite thing to do.
I know. Guess what was announced? And I'm gonna buy the
What?
pre-concert tickets, and I'm gonna take Christian,
What?
Lil Wayne at the Fillmore.
Oh really?
Yes.
That will be good.
And 16 and up can go, but it's
Yeah.
at a venue, so he's gonna feel cool. Cause J. Cole that I took him to was at the Pepsi Center,
Yeah.
the Ball Arena.
Oh no, that will be fun. I want to go too.
Yeah, you should. That's why I'm telling you. The tickets
no.
go on pre-sale today, so I'm on that because.
Yeah.
And then 420 with all the Marley Brothers.
I know. I want to go to that one too.
I already
'cause
have
I'm like,
tickets
that
for
one
both nights.
Seems like so fun.
But yeah, no. So concerts. What else do you guys do?
We like to go. I mean, for a while we're doing like ballroom dancing classes. That was cool, and like we go to dinner and stuff. Or like now we'll go to lunch after. We just started getting back into the gym, so we both need to do that shit. Like we're out of shape. Out of shape.
Well, yeah, it's important to teach your kids good habits too. When you
Yeah.
have that many kids, like a lot of people, it's whatever, everybody is different, but when you have like movement in your life, you're just able, I feel like it's helped me be able to balance everything because
Definitely.
I don't know how I do it sometimes. Like I already have been up, I've taken kids to school, I have been at the gym, I have now
dude,
I'm
girl,
here.
you did a bunch.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, but I don't have that same energy when like some days I listen to my body and I just sleep. But on those days, I'm tired all day long, you know, because your body, like, we're meant to, back in the, like, whatever days you want to call it, like, we were just walking around on the land, like, all day, finding food and taking care of our offspring, like, and our community. And it's so when I, like, start to do all these things that I do, all this, what does my dad call it? All this woo that I do. I really feel like in touch with like the basics of life, and I feel like movement and teaching your kids that is super important.
For sure.
And I think it's best. You have to do it either like it's really hard. Like I have not been able to find a very consistent gym partner, and like you get the most consistent when your partner like does it with you. I think it's the best recipe for success because like me and you used to go and we had like a idea of what we were doing, but like now that I like have been certified personal training doing all this, I'm like, man, we really didn't know what we were doing. We were just taking selfies and running a mile. I was like, I can always run a mile at least, like, you know what I'm saying? And I just didn't know what I was doing. But when I've been the most successful and had the most like transformative and been in the best shape, it's always been when my partner is doing it with me.
It's nice.
It's just like quitting anything. I'm always like, you really think you're gonna quit smoking cigarettes if he's smoking cigarettes right next to you? It's not gonna happen. Like you guys got to team up on this. What do you guys do as a whole family?
We went skiing. We try to like get things and like take the kids to.
I've still never been skiing.
I want to go. That's why I'm like, let's go girl trip something. Let's go skiing. I need to get away from everybody.
Let's just go somewhere where there's like a hot spring, like a pool, like a warm.
Yeah.
Pool, you know?
Well, I always try to rent somewhere with a hot tub, anyways. But
Yeah,
I'm down
those
with the hot
places
springs.
that have the hot tubs on your own porch. There's places like that.
I know. We've gotten them before.
Yeah, let's.
That's one thing we like to do too. Just get like Airbnbs
It's
and
the
go and
weekend.
get time and hang out. We've done it like here just to get away from the kids. We've done it like we just if he has to go somewhere like he had to go to San Diego and I go with him because then it's us time. And we get to rent somewhere cooler that doesn't require children's safety.
Yeah. Yeah, what is that like to go on a trip with the family that big?
It's like a lot. It's a lot of packing. You have to. Everybody needs stuff. Thankfully, the older kids are easier.
Do you take less when you go with the kids, or do you still take all the stuff you take?
No, I mean I have to take all my stuff regardless. So that's one thing. And then the babies, they need stuff. Like they're the ones that need the most stuff. We have diapers, snacks, food, pajamas. Make sure that there's somewhere safe for them to sleep. If not, you gotta like rent or do something, get a pack and play. You know what I mean? Like where they're gonna sleep. So it's like
that's
a lot of stuff, and just make sure we get the dog babysat.
That's what I always used to forget. I'd be like, oh my gosh, like that's why Ziggy got to come so many places with me because I would just like forget, and then it would be like almost time to go, and I'm like, well, if we're driving, like we can take it, like let's take it. He's like, all right, and he's like, I cannot believe you're bringing your dog. I didn't say that was okay, and I'm like, well, it comes with the territory.
Yeah.
Sorry. It was just so different when I had I got a puppy when I had a 3-year-old.
Yeah.
And I was 19. Like who does that? Who does that? Yes. Let's light it up. I'm ready to smoke now because I feel like we stayed on task today.
Yeah, we were doing good.
I feel like we got some good business shout outs out there.
Dude, I love them. They spend so much time working on me, talking to me, and that's one thing too. Like when you get somebody that you like, obviously because their work is fire, and you want to roll with them, duh. But you have to also vibe with them. Like when you get your hair done, when you get me getting my nails done and stuff like that, like my lips and my lashes, you spend a lot of time with these people, and it's like maintenance is constant. You have to do it. You have to keep up with it. You know what I mean? If you want to keep that. Your nails looking good or your hair looking good or whatever it is. So I'm like, they have to be cool people.
Even though I don't go and get as many services done as I used to, it is still maintenance. I rub oil and talk to myself every single day. I journal, I try to do all these things. That's why I don't have time. I had to give up other things to be able to do that. But doing it every day, it's so crazy. Everybody's like, oh my gosh, look at you. What are you doing? And I'm like, actually, in the last 5 years, this is the most inconsistent I've been at the gym or my eating or anything. I pretty much do whatever I want. But I talk to myself nice now. You know what I'm saying? And I also don't drink very much. I think that's another big.
Dude, it has a big toll. We've been talking about that a lot lately too.
And I don't know.
It takes so much time from
I don't cheat with the nicotine anymore either. I used to really really still fiend for cigarettes and stuff like that, but I don't anymore. It's
That's good.
The only time I ever do it is your vapes, but even then, every time I'm mad, I'm like, why did you do that?
But blunt wraps are.
Blunt wraps, I'm starting to like. I'm learning
joints
how to. I'm learning how to roll joints.
See,
I don't like pre rolls, but I'm learning how to roll joints still. I'll still smoke pre rolls. Because this one right here, I've been wanting to smoke this since it was out on the shelf. The Cali Blaze. It says Tropicana Banana Sprinkles.
I love banana. It sounds like a Tropicana juice blend.
Yes, I
used to
fucking
love
love
that
it.
stuff.
Me too. You know what I really loved was that Sobe.
I used to love that too.
Shit.
At the swimming pool, we'd always get it from the vending machine at the YMCA.
I know, the YMCA, the last couple times I went, I'm like, gosh, I can't believe this was the place that,
I used to love working out
and,
there.
the Boys and Girls Club and, places like that. It smells so bad in those places now, and it's just so...
We used to hang out over there all the time, and we used to be able to go by ourselves and just take some snack money and go swimming, and we'd be there, all day. If my daughter tried to go and she's 10, there's no way I would have to go too. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's been really it's been real eye-opening to me how much I've really been, even though I don't feel like I've been a helicopter mom, like having my son give me that scare when I was thinking about how I was 32 and I was too young to be a grandma. And then it was just like something very simple that I did like 10 million fucking times in my life, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I found out that he was like doing it for someone else. I was like, my son really is a good kid.
Dude, yeah.
But I really haven't, I haven't let him do anything like
No.
that I got to do.
Though. You have to do that because
and he's got to
if
do
you
a lot
don't,
of really
like,
cool things. Like, I don't say no to experiences. I don't tell him he can't listen to that music, even though they're talking about, like, suicide and drugs. I don't tell him, I don't police him like that. You know what I'm saying? But I don't just, like, he has the same friends that he's had since 7th grade. Like, the same ones. You know? We all know each other. Like, the same places. He's just like me. I'm like, oh my gosh, nice. Like, but that's what that you're supposed to keep your kids close and prepare them. Like, they're not supposed to just like
do whatever
figure it out when they're older or
No,
like
'cause that's
leave you
what
alone.
leads them up to like all these things and those other people and like I mean everybody raises their kids different. Everybody I knew was different than me.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like I had to sneak around my grandma, but like if my kids started sneaking around me,
No, that's
never.
the thing
I'm
is
psycho.
I had to sneak too. My parents were like strict, but it's just weird because they weren't tapped in to
No,
what I
yeah,
was doing.
exactly.
Like, it was so like, and maybe they were at some points, but I think a lot of points, like, people just get so caught up in their adult life that like they don't recognize what's going, like, that they're just kids. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't know stuff until you tell them. Like, we all make mistakes and things, but if you're always just like, no, we can't do this, or oh, go, like, it used to be like if you guys were quiet, we got to do whatever we wanted, like not bothering our people. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, bother me. Like, what are you doing? I'm always like, why won't you hang out with me? They're like, I am hanging out with you. I'm at home. And I'm like, but we're on opposite sides of the house. And then when in retrospect, I'm like, at least they're home. You know what I'm saying? At least they want to be home too. Like, it's way different. Well, anything you wanna? I want you to tell us how to follow you on TikTok.
Oh yeah, follow me on TikTok.
Because you're a TikToking sensation over here from Longmont.
I'm from her most famous guest list. The famous friend from Longmont. Just kidding. No. My TikTok handle is Hot Mom 4RM 5280. Hot Mom 4RM 5280. My Instagram is @Casty5.
Nice.
So
Yeah.
follow me. I need to like pick that back up.
Follow her.
It's so easy. People are making so much money on there. I'm like, I just want to make a little bit of money off of there. That's really what it's about. But now I'm all like,
I always am just like,
I'm
just
trying to mess
love,
with our kids from.
Like, the other day, Spotify sent me an email, or no, it was the Anchor app, I think. I just opened it up, and it's like, Spotify has a gift for you. I was like, oh, I love Spotify. It's my favorite thing. And I was like, what is this? And it was that visual that you shared with my podcast on Spotify. And, like, I don't care. I know how actually easy it is to get on Spotify. It's not that hard. But the fact that I'm on there and it's like that and they're making me things like that, I'm like,
That's cool. No, that's
what?
Yeah.
I think it's tight.
I was telling my kids last night, like, I have an appointment tomorrow, or this morning, because Gio was like, he wanted me to take him to school, but then Bobby took him to school so I could get ready, you know what I mean? And so he was like, what appointment do you have? I'm like, I'm gonna go be, I'm gonna go do Gabby's podcast. I'm her favorite celebrity guest.
we're Denver famous.
I'm like,
well, maybe. Some people know who we are. Other people wish they knew who we were. They're like, damn, who are you? I know one of the times you came in here, like 4 or 5 of the regulars that come in here, they were like, gosh, your friend is so pretty. Like, I was like,
sweet.
I know, that's my friend. Well, before we,
I like coming in here.
I like this.
It's cool. I like
really
how
cool.
they have it set up, all the games. Like,
I like it
board
too.
games,
Like, I'm trying to learn the balance between work and life and just everything.
Yeah.
And I can't juggle having my own business, having a podcast, work, home, if I come here on the weekends when I'm
Yeah.
off. So
You know,
like
you need
a
time
lot of
away
the
from
cool
it.
events happen on the weekends, but it's gonna have to be a really cool one for me to come. Like, even though I'm gonna keep telling everyone about them and I help set them up, like, I'm like, come chill with me at the week during the week, because it's cool every day here. Like,
Yeah.
I always tell people it's 420 all the time. Like, you can come here by yourself, you can come here as a group, you can get work done, you can, you know, if we're not that busy, usually we'll accommodate. Like, we'll turn off the music, make it so we can record a podcast, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
There's so many different things. They were doing this, like, you know, that hot wing challenge?
Yeah.
They were doing it with these hot Chiba Chews here
Oh,
one
really?
night, and all these influencers, and it was really cool. And I was just like watching them, and I was like, gosh, that looks so hot. They were like, do you want to try some? I was like, not those ones. No thanks.
They're spicy candies?
Yeah, they have new ones that are like really spicy. Fire. Caliente.
You didn't try one?
I tried some, but not the hottest ones, no. I'm not.
Why do they have them to like really, really hot? It's like a game or something?
Yeah, they were doing it like a talk show. I can get my hand on where to get some. I'll let you know. So before we wrap this up, I'd like to tell y'all about some upcoming events at the Canna Bar. We have the Taste of Jads on February 11th, and that is the best way to find out what we are all about. There's no cover fee, and anybody is welcome over 21. So 21 and up. All stoners welcome. No outside product. Follow us on Smoke at Jads, or at Smoke at Jads on Instagram to stay up on the latest and greatest. We also have our Super Bowl party and live music after party with Big Hooray Bluegrass. You can follow me, your host, Gabby, at The Gift of Gab 555 on Instagram and TikTok. And you can follow the podcast at The Gift of Gab _podcast. Tune in next week for more. Stay fly.